Okay, so welcome back. Let's understand about combination of atoms. So in the previous session or previous class, we discussed about Dalton's atomic theory, different postulates of Dalton's atomic theory and their meanings. Okay, so in today's session, we will be understanding about combination of atoms, how atoms combine, and you know that atom is the building block of all sort of matter, whether it is living or non-living. So कोई सा भी matter हो, living हो, non-living हो, atom से ही बनेगा. Ultimate particle inside matter that makes up the matter is atom. So atoms definitely make up matter just like bricks make up buildings or wall. Okay. Now, atoms, as you know, there are 118 elements and 118 types of atoms would be there, right from hydrogen up to the 118th element. So they do combine. First of all, why atoms combine? That's the question. Atoms combine to gain stability. So stability is having 8 electrons in last shell of their atoms, or having 2 electrons in last shell. Having 8 electrons in the last shell is known as octet rule, and having 2 electrons in the last shell is called duplet rule. You will get a clear idea about octet rule and duplet rule when you understand bonding in your grade 10. Okay. Still, we have an idea about K shell, L shell, M shell. So, and the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in K shell, L shell, M shell in grade 9 as well. So, using that or capitalizing on that concept, we can understand that how atoms maintain their electrons in the last shell. Okay, so we can easily figure out that. Now, for example, hydrogen atom, one atomic number, one proton and one electron and no neutron. Okay, so it has one electron with it. When it combines with another hydrogen atom, which is also having one electron with it, so they share their electrons in order to have 2 electrons each. Okay, when they share their electrons, so hydrogen after bonding will feel like it is having K2 electronic configuration. This hydrogen will also feel like it is having K2. But before bonding, when they were separate, when they were not in a bond, so the configuration was K1 only before bonding. Here it was also K1. But after bonding, they get stable. Their electronic configuration after bonding is K2 each. Here it's K2 and here it's also K2. So having 2 electrons in the last shell, we call that duplet state. Okay. We can take example of, say for example, water. We will come to this when same atoms combine, when different atoms combine. But before that, let's have an explanation about why atoms combine, first of all, at first place. So when 2 atoms of hydrogen come together, they form H and H bond, that is H2 bond, that is H2 bond. And this is a covalent bond. What's covalent bond? When atoms share their electrons in order to get stable, the bond is called covalent bond, sharing of electron. Sharing of electron. Now let's move ahead and understand how water molecule is formed. Here we go. ये है ऑक्सीजन 1 2 3 4 5 और 6 अपने 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन लेकर L6 इसके लास्ट शेल में ये ऑक्सीजन एटॉमिक नंबर 8 K2 L6 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन है इसके लास्ट शेल में, तो 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन मैंने यहाँ इसके अराउंड लिख दिए. अब हाइड्रोजन आ रहा है. ठीक है, पहले इसको एनक्लोज करते हैं. ठीक है, अब हाइड्रोजन आ रहा, ये हाइड्रोजन, ये दूसरा हाइड्रोजन, इसने भी अपने इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर किए किसके साथ? ऑक्सीजन के साथ. ये वाइट कलर हाइड्रोजन का, ये वाइट कलर इलेक्ट्रॉन हाइड्रोजन का. सो हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन ने भी अपने इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर किए 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन हाइड्रोजन के साथ, और हाइड्रोजन 2 हाइड्रोजन ने अपने एक इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर किया ऑक्सीजन के साथ. ये एक बॉन्ड, ये दूसरा बॉन्ड. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे अगर हम काउंट करें ऑक्सीजन के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितने आ गए आफ्टर बॉन्डिंग, सो इट इज 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 तो अपना था ही, और 2 वाइट कलर के देख लो डॉट्स, एक हाइड्रोजन से आया है, दूसरा हाइड्रोजन ने शेयर किया, तो इनको भी इंक्लूड करना है ऑक्सीजन के K शेल के अंदर. तो आफ्टर बॉन्डिंग इट इज K2L8 फॉर ऑक्सीजन. ऑक्सीजन के लिए K2L8. सो लास्ट शेल में 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन आ गया. हाइड्रोजन के लिए K2 लास्ट शेल में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन आ गए. As I have already told you, having 8 electrons in the last shell is octet rule, and having 2 electrons in the last shell is duplet rule. So oxygen is getting stable by octet rule and hydrogen is getting stable by duplet rule. So you check out electronic configuration of any atom in its compounds, so you will easily figure out that there are 8 electrons in last shell, whether it loses an electron or gains an electron or shares an electron. For example, we have sodium, atomic number 11, it is K2L8M1. So it must have 8 electrons in the last shell. So last shell is M shell. So there are two ways. Either it gains 7 electrons to have 8 electrons in the last shell, but that is not the a good way to go. But an easy way is to lose this one electron and it will have L8. So it prefers to lose M electrons. So it loses one electron, sodium, after loss of one electron forms Na positive and loss of one electron. This is a sodium cation. So how an atom converts into cation or anion, so for that I already taught you in that video. So please figure out that in playlist and okay, so go through that first. How an atom converts into cation or how an atom converts into anion. For that, let's understand chlorine, atomic number 17. So it is having K2L8M7. Okay, so either there are two ways. Once more, there are two ways. Either lose 7 electrons and have L8, or gain one extra electron and have M8. So it prefers the second one. Gaining just one electron is easy than losing 7. Okay, so it gains one electron and it forms Cl, gains one electron, it forms Cl negative. Cl negative is anion, chloride anion. It is anion. Okay, so this is how atoms convert into cations and anions. And check out that after configuration, after losing or after gaining electrons, check out about sodium. Na positive is more stable than Na. It is K2L8 only in this case. What about Cl negative? Cl negative is K2L8M8. Look at this. The last shell is having 8 electrons in it. So all these atoms are getting stable by octet rule. Most of them, either by gaining electron or losing electron or by sharing of electrons. So that is why do atoms combine. Now let's understand if same atoms combine and if different atoms combine, what will happen. Look at this. If same atoms combine, they form molecule of element. Molecule of element, say for example, 2 atoms of hydrogen combine to form H2, 2 atoms of oxygen combine to form O2, 3 atoms of oxygen combine to form O3, nitrogen, 2 atoms of nitrogen, N2 molecule, F2 molecule, like that. 4 atoms of phosphorus combine to form P4 molecule, and sulfur, 8 atoms combine to form S8 molecule. So look keenly, all these molecules are having same atoms in them. Okay, so we call them as homonuclear. Homo means same, nuclear means nucleus, same nucleus, because these 2 atoms of hydrogen will definitely have same nucleus. Okay, and or we call them homoatomic. Homoatomic or homonuclear molecules. Come to next one. When different atoms combine, definitely when different atoms combine chemically, but they do so in fixed proportions by their mass. Say for example, 2 atoms of hydrogen combine with 1 atom of oxygen and they form water molecule. So what is the mass of hydrogen that combines with a single atom of oxygen? That is 2 grams. 2 grams. What is the mass of oxygen that combines with 2 grams of hydrogen? That's 16 grams. And what is the mass ratio? That is 1 by 8. This is the ratio or simplest ratio. This will never change irrespective of method of preparation or irrespective of method of formation of water. Okay. So water किसी भी तरीके से बने उसमें हमेशा हाइड्रोजन टू ऑक्सीजन का जो रेशो होगा मास रेशो that will be 1:8. Now when 2 atoms of hydrogen combine with 2 atoms of oxygen, they form hydrogen peroxide. This is hydrogen peroxide. Okay, so the mass ratio will be different from that of water because the number of atoms combining is different. When 1 atom of carbon reacts with 2 atoms of oxygen, they form carbon dioxide. When 1 atom of nitrogen combines with 3 atoms of hydrogen, they form ammonia. When 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur, 4 atoms of oxygen, they form sulfuric acid molecule. Sulfuric acid molecule, 1 molecule of sulfuric acid. Okay. So since different atoms are combining, they definitely have different nuclei with them, and atoms are different. So in that sense, we call such compounds or such molecules as heteronuclear molecules or heteroatomic molecules. Heteroatomic molecules. or heteronuclear molecules. Okay, so this was about combination of atoms. Why do atoms combine, and how cations and anions are formed. After this, the obvious question will be that what governs the combination of these atoms. Definitely, there are two laws that govern the combination of atoms. Laws of chemical combination will be our next topic. Till then, keep learning. Bye bye.